Hello my dear student of Standard 9. How are you everyone? Hope you are fine by the grace of Allah and staying at your home safely. Welcome back to my economics class. Today I will discuss chapter 7 lecture 8. Today's topic is local administration. At first the Upazila administration, and this part you will read only for MCQ. Upazila is considered an important administrative level in our country. Each district consists of some upazilas. Every administrative thana or police station is an upazila itself. At present there are 492 upazilas in the country. The Upazila Nirbahi officer is the administrative officer of the Upazila. He is also one of the members of Bangladesh Civil Service. He implements all development programs of the Upazila with the cooperation of other officers at Upazila levels. Besides, he supervises the Upazila administration, peace and tranquility in the Upazila. At present, Salma Khatun is the UNO or Upazila Nirbahi officer of Pabna Sodor Upazila. Now, the local autonomy or local self-government. The local autonomy means self-governance of the people in a particular area and is managed by the representative elected by the people. The main features of the local autonomy are: number 1, legal basis. Here, legal means permitted by law. That means this council will be derived from or founded on law. Second, elected body. There will be some definite numbers of elected body or person who will be elected by the direct vote of the people in the respective area. Third, opportunity for the people to participate decision-making process. In this case, the people has the opportunity to express their opinion. They can cast vote without any pressure. They can protest against the authority and participate in any decision in this local authority. 4, ability to control funds by imposing and assessing taxes. Widen and multifaceted functions, designing plans and implementation, conducting functions independently without any direct control of the central government and local administration. Now, there is a chart or flow chart that is existing structure of local government in Bangladesh. So, there are two types of local government in our country. That is, at first, rural and urban. In the rural area, there are Jila Porishad, Thana or Upazila Porishad or Council, Union Porishad or Council, and Gram Sarkar. At present, Gram Sarkar is absent in our country, and in the urban area, City Corporation and Porosabha. At first, I will discuss about the Union Council. It is the most ancient local organization of our country. The Chowkidar Panchayat Ain 1870 was introduced during the British rule in order to cooperate in maintaining the law or order in the rural area. This panchayat was consisted of 5 members. In 1885, the Bengal Local Act was passed with a view to forming a governance system which would be more accountable at local extent. And according to this act, a union committee was formed at union level. A Mahokuma board at Mahokuma level and a district board at district level were established. But in 1990, only one local government was established in the name of Union Board by Polli Ain through abolishing the Chowkidar Panchayat Ain and the Union Committee. During Pakistan period, it was named as the Union Council. And after independence of Bangladesh in 1976, the local government system was divided into three layers. These are Union Council, Thana Council and District Council. According to the Amendment Act 1997, there was a change in composition of Union Council. The Union Council will be consisted of an average of 10 to 15 villages to be headed by one chairman plus 9 general members, male plus 3 female members from reserved seat. And earlier a union was divided into 3 wards, whereas by the Reserve Act the number has been increased up to 9 wards. From 9 wards 9 members and 1 female member against 3 wards will be elected directly by the people. At present, there are 4,554 Union Councils in Bangladesh. The tenure of Union Council is 5 years. Functions of Union Council. There are 2 types of functions of Union Council, major functions and optional functions. At first, I will discuss about the major functions. First function, maintaining mass discipline. The main duty of Union Council is to maintain security for the villagers. This council appoints village chowkidar and dafadars in each union. It takes steps for restraining crimes, indiscipline and smuggling. Fourth, it plays an important role in refuting quarrels, continuous riot and disturbance. It executes the charge relating to the village court, takes initiatives to settle family disputes and discontents. Second, welfare and service to the people related function. This council takes different initiatives to acquaint the people with different services and programs taken by different public and private agencies in the spheres of agriculture, health, pisciculture, livestock farming, education, etc. And it takes some projects for the development of rural structure organization, removing poverty, sanitation, water supply and water extraction. It makes arrangement for self-employment and socio-economic development, etc. Third, planning on the local economic development and implementation. Union Council has to take over all steps for agriculture development in the area to attain development for rural handicaps and grow markets, make people informed of advanced method on pisciculture and livestock farming, establish smooth distribution of hybrid seeds, plants and fertilizers, provide the community people with suggestion on income increasing activities, create employment, constructing dams, etc. Fourth number function, functions relating to administration. The Union Council supervises and controls the Union Council Secretary. Here, secretary means a government employee. Rural, police and other employees of the Union Council arranges all meetings, compile and dispatch different statements, execute the responsibility entrusted by the competent authority, etc. It also collects the land tax in the area. It settles the local dispute to maintain peace and harmony in the area. Now, the optional or voluntary activities of the Union Council. Number 1, to construct paths and roads and to maintain them. 2, to help the widows, orphans, poor and destitute persons financially. 3rd, to make arrangement for providing first aid. 4th, to supervise primary education system and to spread the light of education door to door. To protect environment by tree plantation. Takes arrangement for maintaining cleanliness of the union. Sets up library for the students. To perform disaster management and relief activities. Creating mass awareness against the offense and informing the police if any offense or bad incidents happens in the area. Works to raise consciousness against different social problems like teasing, harassment, dowry system, etc. Besides these functions, it executes all kinds of census-related responsibility, looks after the public properties like roads, culvert, canal, dam, telephone and electricity lines, takes initiative to rural electrification, etc. are the voluntary activities of the Union Council. So everybody, the function of the Union Council is very important. You have to memorize all the functions, okay, and formation also. But the history of establishing or forming the Union Council you will read only for MCQ. So up to this everyone, stay at your home safely. Thank you.